Jai Shri Ram. This is a book, the title of which is The Mind Accelerator, written by Taylor Andrew Wilson. I read it long, long ago, and I made a summary also long, long ago. And I suddenly discovered this paper in my bookshelf. I thought I might as well give you a talk, and you can take the summary and use it for what it is worth. The central ideas in this book were you were born in a star, therefore you are a star. Yes, that is true. You see, if you learn about astrophysics and how the earth began, Big Bang, and all that, so everything started in some star, stellar explosion, right? Supernova. So we are all basically star material. We were all born in stars, and therefore you are a star. Remember, you are a star. And so don't believe all nonsense that you are an infidel or inferior and all that. Okay. Sanatan Dharma also says, the Veda says, uh, Veda describes all mankind as Amrutasya Putraha. Shrunvantu Vishwe Amrutasya Putraha Aye Dhamani Divyani Tastu. Amrutasya Putraha. You are children of immortality. That's what the Veda calls all mankind. Remember, there is no caste in Hinduism, no caste in Vedas. So we have Jati, Kula, Varna, Gotra, which are all scientific. You were born in a star and therefore you are a star. Success minded brilliance. We are inherently programmed for brilliance and success. Okay, fine, that's true. Supreme intelligence is hardwired within our DNA, and that's our potential. So true, isn't it? So, our body is such a powerful biocomputer, and we are behaving like idiots watching stupid Bollywood, Kachadawood movies produced by rascals and those Khan brothers and all those fellows who are making. These fellows are the scum of society here. Where is the intelligence in the movie? It's dumb. What they are doing is cultural genocide. They are trying to destroy Hinduism. So, supreme intelligence, you are your DNA. Supreme intelligence is hardwired within our DNA. Explore and become a genius. Don't sit at home. Keep reading, experimenting. Einstein said, somebody asked him, how do you work? He said, how do I work? I grope. G-R-O-P. Grope, actually groping is a crime. You get into a crowded bus and try to feel your way through, then you can be arrested. You can't touch somebody's body like that. But that's not what Einstein said. Groping can also mean, you see, words have many meanings. Grope means to search in darkness, or a blind person, visually challenged person has to grope his way through. So what Einstein meant was he keeps experimenting, he keeps doing this and that. There's no definite direction. Serendipity. Serendipity. Fortuitous means accidental discovery. So keep doing something, reading, experimenting continuously. Then something will happen, and that is how serendipitous discoveries get made. So then next, you got to undergo a phase shift. Okay, you have to undergo a phase shift within your brain. 6,000 miles of wiring and cabling is there. My God. 300 million bits per second info processing speed. Oh my God. Please try to remember that. 1 lakh mile network of nerve fibers. Great research. A reaction from one neuron spreads across in 20 milliseconds. Oh. And some laws of psychology. First law of psychology, I believe, you get more of what you reinforce. Correct. If you tolerate rubbish, people will give you more rubbish. Okay. Take responsibility. Forgive all. Forgive your parents. Forgive all. Don't waste your time carrying grouses and grudge and all that. Accept and embrace failure. Forgive yourself also. Keep on keeping on. Abstain from destructive criticism. Abstain from destructive criticism. I would add, always, every day, at least find 10 people to compliment. At least 10 compliments. 10 compliments, for which you need to be observant. And remember, every person has something about him or her which can be complimented. So please look out. Be a keen observer of human nature. In fact, my hobby is I collect human beings. Well, no, I'm not a psychopath collecting physically human beings. I collect human beings. I study human nature. I am a student of human nature. So human nature, studying human nature is my hobby. It's my vocation. And always be a good finder, not a fault finder. The world is too full of fault finders. Abstain from destructive criticism. Okay, derogatory suggestions, you are stupid, I am stupid, these are dangerous. These are also dangerous auto suggestions. Always use affirmations, positive affirmations. Amrutasya putraha. Hmm. And of course, Napoleon Hill created a list of our enemies. We'll read that later. Evolve identity restructuring. Okay, restructure your identity. You are एवं बुद्धे परम बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मनः जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपम दुरासदम. Krishna says that you are the Atman, not the body, and the Atman is pure and the body is impure. Any amount of cleaning and washing and perfuming, the body still remains impure. The mind, the Atma is pure. So we are all Atma Swarupas, everyone. So we are actually infinite repositories of knowledge. We just have to realize that much. So you can achieve anything you want, provided you put in the hard work. Self actualization. Well, self actualization means being all that you can be, achieving your highest potential. If you use 24 hours fully, squeeze everything out of the orange. Squeeze everything out of the orange. Okay, then you can achieve all that you want. What you can be, you must be. Mind conditioning. Yes, condition your mind. Psychologically androgynous. Yes, not physically. Physically means that fellow will become a chaka, eunuch. No, not a hermaphrodite. That means don't be straitjacketed into thinking that if you are a male you cannot cry. Yeah, strong males cry. And female means you don't have to be always very feminine. You can be macho feminine also, but not a feminazi. Okay. Then the author in this book, the mind accelerator, nice term, na? Mind accelerator, particle accelerator, collider, somewhere there in Europe, na? God particle. Anyway, delta, theta, alpha, beta. Delta is 0 to 4 brain waves, deep sleep, dreamless. Theta is 4 to 7 brain waves, 4 to 7 cycles per second. Mysterious state of intuition near sleep. Okay, alpha is ideal for meditation and ideal for learning. The left brain drops its guard. Awareness expands, new ideas, intuition, and epiphanies keep happening. Alpha conditioning. If you study Bhagavad Gita regularly, chant Bhagavad Gita, then do exercise also. Yeah, that will alpha condition you. Okay, create your own room, your own bubble, your own, my room. If you please come to my room. I call it the Gita Anveshana Alayam, or short Gita Alayam. So once I get into it, I have plastered the walls and the ceiling with laminates and quotes and shlokas, and my books are all over the place. I sit here, I'm totally cut off from the world. I'm sitting here right now and creating this small audio. I know not many people will listen to this, but those who will listen will appreciate the worth and value of all this. So create a room. You must have your own room. Alpha is 7 to 12 brain waves per second, and beta is the problem solving mode, 13 to 40. So we must aim at getting into the alpha state as often as possible. Alpha state, getting up at Brahma Muhurtam at 5 o'clock or 4:30, about 90 minutes before sunrise, that is Brahma Muhurtam. Please get up, then your brain will be in the alpha state, and learning is much faster. Beta state is the active problem solving state, but it's not good for intuition and epiphanies and ideas. So beta state is the normal, awake, narrow focus, rapid neuron firing, no intuition. Good to tackle intense scientific information or making the initial effort to understand something. So beta state is the problem solving state. Alpha state is where you get epiphanies. So how often do you get into the alpha state? Well, that's the question you should be asking yourself. I gave you the suggestion already. Study Bhagavad Gita, get into the alpha state, create your own room, do mild exercise, don't overdo exercise. Okay, relaxation training and creative visualization. Well, creative visualization, yoga nidra. You just have to sit at a place, close your eyes, and imagine that Your legs are relaxing, your feet are relaxing, thighs are relaxing, hip is relaxing. Just close your eyes, sit down comfortably. Sthira Sukhama Asanam. Sthira Sukhama Asanam. You can sit in any pose that you want. Okay, whatever is comfortable for you, sit in that. And gradually think about how your feet are getting relaxed, how the legs are getting relaxed, how the hip, and go on up till the face. It will take 10 minutes initially, and then close your eyes. In fact, if you want, I'll suggest one more exercise. Imagine that you are taking a spiral staircase down into the earth, huh? uh, about 100 steps, and then there is a door. Open the door, you get inside. There Krishna and Pandavas and Rama and Hanuman are all sitting there. It's a boardroom. You can sit there and just silently be there with them. And spiritual knowledge is always transferred in silence. You can probably talk to them also. That's up to you. Now I just gave you a creative visualization exercise. So reading at the speed of light, I don't know how that's possible, but you must first learn how to read books. Most people don't know how to read books. Please read the cover and the back cover, the comments, and read the foreword, the preface, and the contents, and then go to the index. The index is the list of words used in the book at the end. Keep a highlighter. Quickly identify phrases and words that you don't know and go to that page and check what that word means. Because most of the books that we read, 80% of it is already known to us. The 80-20 rule applies to every book. The 80-20 rule is something I suppose you already know. 80% of anything has 20% value, or perhaps 80% of anything has no value. So most people, for example, you can take a simple example of a newspaper. 80% of the newspaper is trash, but people read that 80% and waste 80% of the time, and as a result they remain a member of the 80% group, which means losers. So if you want to belong to the 20% group, you must do things with the 80% don't do. So 80-20 rule applies to books too. So read the index. Now scan each heading, subheading, look at the pictures and the diagrams. And remember, every paragraph, good writers write by starting the paragraph with an idea. I call it the PREP formula: point, reason, example, point. Each paragraph follows a standard format. A point is mentioned, some reasons and examples are discussed in that paragraph, and the point is restated at the end of the paragraph, or sometimes that's not restated. So if you read the first sentence of every paragraph, that itself is sufficient. See, this rule will not apply for novels, because in a novel the author could be using a stream of consciousness method. Novels are, a lot of fancy stuff is there, but so novels, this technique which I told you may not apply. So finally, in this book, the author Taylor Andrew Wilson says, life is a mission, not an intermission. Jai Shri Ram.